for joining us and welcome sports fans. You are now watching the Baseball Hippie Show, Baseball Hippie Show, Baseball Hippie Show. Wow, it's the Baseball Hippie Show. Welcome all, it's just love and baseball. Just love and baseball. Just love and baseball. Baseball Hippie Show. Welcome all.
May 16th,
just love and baseball.
9/18,
baseball,
episode
baseball,
5.
Baseball.
Excuse me, episode 3, season 5.
Just love and baseball. Baseball. Just love and baseball.
It's the Baseball Hippie Show.
Baseball.
Turkey based.
Just love and baseball.
Turkey based.
Just love and baseball.
You know what it is? Baseball Hippie Show about baseball. Psychedelia, denuclearization, and the Seattle Mariners. I'm your host, Baseball Hippie. To the right of me, got our engineer extraordinaire, Brownbear. And just below me, we got our social media manager, Tobe, Young Toberello. Jose Toberella. Yeah, so we're gonna give you a little baseball. We're gonna give you a little bit of other stuff, maybe some psychedels, and by the end, we're all gonna leave with a smile on our face. Hopefully, that's the goal of the podcast. As I get into my podcast voice, as we settle down into our pod voices. Brown Bear, how was your exquisite week? How was your weekly exquisite doing? That just making sense, is it?
Just making words up, man. Nah, I'm good. We're doing good. We got the real tree. We're going with bird hunting this weekend out in Baltimore.
Tip of the bucket to your bucket. They should do a bucket hat. They should do a bucket hat baseball night. You know, where the players wear the buckets.
Players wear the bucket.
Bring out the bucket
With the. I'm gonna go flip. I'm gonna go flip.
Oh wait, yeah.
I'm trying to find a way to get the headphones on right and still wear the bucket hat, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it.
I
love
CC. That's what I call the city connect jerseys now. The CCs.
The CCs. He's got the CC bucket.
got a big one.
Is it raining? Whoa. Nice.
But yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Sweet. Tobe, how we feeling?
Look at this. We're matching.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. Hello. What's up? We got Jess.
Tobe.
We got Ira Jess Glass on the scene, back in full effect. Good to be here, man. City boys, we back it up. The West Coast summer, they're saying. The socials are saying, they're in my DMs talking about unnamed battles we won't talk about, but banners are up. Banners are up. Life is good, fellas. It's great to be on the pod with you today. Great to see all beautiful faces. And let's get into it.
Okay. Without further ado. Nice, man. Well, pretty big week in baseball. Nothing major, but we'll get in the weekly roundup soon. As always, we got to do our shout outs to start the show. And this week we got a shout out streamer. Sometimes we give the streamers love on this show because we're streamers. Rainbow, man.
The God.
bro. So I guess a couple weeks, if this doesn't fall in the psychedelia category, I don't know what does. This is kind of like the baseball hippie tech segment. We do that every once in a while too. But yeah, I guess there's this new phenomenon called geocaching. And look, I'm turning into Terry Gross. Geocaching. Excuse me. There's a there's a phenomenon called geoguessing where you take Google images randomly and you just guess where in the world they are. And I think if we got it hooked up, Brown Bear, I think we're going to try that at the end of the show. We're going to try to do some geoguessing. So this guy is just like, well, Tobe, you could tell us more. You're the social media guy. You know, you caught on to this phenomenon way before I did.
Yes, this is the Rain Man.
Can you tell us about the Rain Man?
This is the Rain Man. This is the God amongst gods. This guy actually. So it's been around for a sec. I'm glad we're bringing it up. This is a great time to pop into this because this guy actually is so popular that they have world championships and he is an announcer on it.
Nice.
Which shows the respect level of the pros have for him because he kind of got it famous. I would say he does like TikToks and other things. And
wait! Before you keep going,
yes,
the pros,
yes, the pros. Money's on the line, dude. These are athletes too. These are not. These are athletes, man. Respect.
Yeah. Okay, I respect it, man. I just wanted to make sure that you were talking about professional geoguessers because I thought this was all just hobby, but it sounds like there's people who get paid a living to be a geoguesser.
No, definitely a second, third job type of thing.
Okay.
Definitely still a hobby, but just as any, great hobbyist, they take pride in what they do. And I will say, maybe for a next episode, not to jump ship right here, but there's also a great Excel spreadsheet professional circuit that goes on where people professionally battle in speed runs of Microsoft Excel. And I'd say they probably do these at the same conference centers that they do GeoGuessr.
Wait,
the same bottom.
What does that mean? You put words together, but I need to know what does battle in Excel mean?
Maybe we'll get to it next episode. Let's not.
Okay,
let's
we'll get it next episode. Yeah. Let's keep it GeoGuess. Let's keep it GeoGuess this week. So anyway, shout out Rainbow. We'll do some GeoGuessing. But yeah, in this particular picture, he guessed somewhere in Botswana based on the trees. He was like, these trees, this foliage looks Botswana. This looks Botswana, and he guessed. I think like within 100 miles, which is just so crazy because it can be anywhere in the world. We'll show it later, but man,
I've seen him do a picture of dirt within like 50 miles.
Yeah.
And then he got famous because he would take popular like memes and stuff from like back in the day in videos, and then like find out where they were taking it and stuff, which is pretty funny. There's a famous clip of ravers dancing under a bridge, and he calculated exactly where the bridge was.
Yeah, I watched one earlier. There's one earlier of him doing like a Jack Harlow album cover, just some like random alleyway in Louisville.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out Jack Harlow.
Oh, I respect that, man. Big shout out.
Shout out Jack Harlow.
Shout out Macklemore, Jack Harlow.
No. Shout out a Rainbow.
Yeah.
Rainbow. There's a D in there, or a B? He spells it with
no, it's a T. Rainbow.
Okay.
Great man. Would be a great reliever pitcher, man.
Man, do you see TIL here on the Baseball Hippy Show? You learn something new every day. So yeah, shout outs, man. Worldwide GeoGuessers. Yeah, man, boys of summer. Also, Tobe made some new tracks, so we'll get into those here. Hopefully, you'll be hearing those throughout the show. Tobe did some new Baseball Hippie anthems. He's made the intro and the outro. So shout out Tobes, man.
Put the cans on. Go get the good cans.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out summer, y'all. Here it comes. All right, well, let's do it. Let's get in the weekly roundup this week. What has happened in baseball? I mean, I thought maybe even real quick before we get into it, maybe we want to flash the fantasy league standings, or maybe we don't. I don't know, depending on where we stand this week. But man, I can't say there's been a lot except Paul Skeens.
You got it.
Hey.
There you go. Nice.
Woo! I feel like I should get an award. Paul Skeens. Oh, Paul
The
Skeens.
first time you ever got a baseball player's name right.
I know, seriously. Kim Kardashian Skims. Paul Schemes.
Yes.
Anyways, he made his debut, and then it rained. Any takeaways from that? Well, first off, biggest day. 2 questions for both of you. Oh, there we go. Quick. I guess I just had to do it because I'm number 1 this week, but that can change quickly, as we know. Because look, right behind me with only 90 less points, goes to Bongtown, aka Brown Bear. Tobe's down here at the 6th hole, 500 par, playing par with the scrub nubs.
Life, dude.
I mean, Primordial Spear to me is one of the best teams in the league, and they're at 5. So it just goes to show how competitive our league is, man. There's no one's safe at the top. I'm just gonna say that.
A lot of good baseball brains in the league, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I'm
It is
hyped
tough.
on how like active and into it people have been this year.
I love it, man. I love it.
It's been great.
Thank you for
Yeah,
setting that
man.
up again, man.
I need a group.
Oh
I
yeah,
need it,
dude,
man.
I'm hyped that we had enough people interested to do it.
It's a great way to learn about players. I mean, obviously, but yeah.
Oh yeah, it keeps you locked
yeah.
into like the whole league. You know, you're following games you
Yeah.
wouldn't otherwise really like check in on all the time.
Yeah, I also have to announce real quick since we're on it, guys. My girlfriend is going on a big trip in a week to Europe, so I'm buying the show the day she leaves. So I'll have about 4.5 weeks to invest. So if anybody wants to go down that train with me, I'm going to be investing some hours. And this time I have a strategy, man, because every season gets you a little closer to what you really want to be. So we'll hopefully pull those segments off later. But man,
your
big
strat?
show fans, big fantasy baseball. Oh, showdowns all day, man. I'm a showdown guy. Yeah.
Notoriously struggled in
Anyways.
showdowns, but okay. Good luck.
I went on a 2-week
Upgrade,
showdown bender where I never won, but I beat it, and I got that Castillo card, and then I quit the game. But man, shout out, man. So first, okay, I'm glad we went over all that real quick, but man, Skeen's debut. Oh, man, why do I can't get his last name?
That was
Paul
right.
You
Skeens.
got it. You got
That
it.
was
Bro.
right.
You're thinking about it too
I
hard.
keep calling him Skinnis. I want to call him Skinnis, man. It's how his name reads to me, Skinnis. In the 1800s,
Not even
his
out
great
there.
great grandfather, they were calling him Skinnis. No, okay, sorry, Paul Skins. Paul
Google
Skins.
Principal Skinnis.
His debut, is it the most anticipated debut since Strasburg? Question A. Question B. How did it live up to the hype, and what's the ceiling on this guy? Brownbear, you go first.
I think that's a really good comparison to Strasburg. I'm gonna look up a little bit some other
Call-ups.
top 2, top 5-ish pitching prospects to give like a final answer on that one, but that's a really good analogy. I feel like it's about as good as you can hope for a dude coming up like that. I know he gave up some runs, but I think he had what did he have, like 7 strikeouts?
Like 7. Yeah, I think 7 punchies.
Yeah, solid. But yeah, I think it's hard to say off like a small sample size. So for me, I'd like to see his first 5 starts and see what happens there, and make sure the old elbow or shoulder doesn't get an injury. He's not lining up for TJ, because I feel like that's been happening for a lot of young pitchers lately. So let's see him get through 5 starts and be healthy, and then I'll be able to say if he's really living up to the hype. But yeah, so far so good. You'd like to see a shutout, but you can't blame a young first time major league starter for giving up a couple runs.
Yeah. Tobe, how do you feel, man?
Yeah, dude, totally agree. 7 punchies is cool. Great. Like, to just be pitching college baseball last year, be on the big mound with the big boys, get 7 punchies.
Yeah.
Surreal feeling.
Here's some stats for you. He had a .99 ERA with 27 innings in his AAA. And when he came up to the bigs, he immediately took the top 8 fastest pitches at like 101, 100, and 100.
For a starter.
Yeah, for a starter.
Crazy.
Yeah. And no, I think for the league, because I think Mason Miller was like 12, 11, and 9 and 10 or whatever. Man, he throws hard.
Massey.
Crazy that they. I watched that game and they got quite a bit of base runners on him, man. Like, it's interesting how good the pitching is, but man, the hitters are on a different caliber too. Like, they do not. They make you work, dude. I'm impressed. I was impressed by even like a lineup like the Cubs, pretty, middle of the road to me kind of lineup. Maybe a little above average. I don't know, but they were like. He didn't look just immediately like a big fish in water, but he definitely looked like he could be an all-star. But I would say even higher, it's just when you throw that hard and then Strasburg's your comparison. It's kind of a weird legacy because like Strasburg's legacy is crazy. It really is one of the crazier legacies, right? It's like, in my recollection, he only got healthy to win a World Series 1 year, and then he just like never pitched. I know that is not the actual case, but like he was just riddled with different surgeries, and then was always good when he was pitching. So
truly, hey, the thing he's got going for him, man. Same with Mason Miller, dude. Mass equals gas, baby. And that boy, I saw an interview with him the other day. He says he eats a chicken Alfredo before every start.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. I respect that.
That don't pull, baby. You gotta respect that. But I think you're right. I think Brownbear hit it on. 27 innings, bro, is not that many innings, and it's hopefully they injuries are a crazy issue right now. He's throwing mega gas, so yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they just put them on inning watch. I don't really know. They're kind of in the middle of the pack right now for them.
Yeah, they are. That's what
that
they
other
say
dude
they are.
is nasty. Jared Jones, they have on that team. Have his name wrong or something. But
I've got to
watch
drop
this
down real quick. But sorry, I'll be back in 15 seconds.
Yeah, we're done.
No, I think the Strasburg comp is on point with the exception of Japanese pitchers. I would say Shohei and Yamamoto were pretty hyped up.
Even the Chicago dude actually killed it. Not as hyped, but he killed it too.
Imanaga.
Yeah, I guess he was older though.
How old is he?
I think he was. I guess they came in at 27.
It also should be mentioned. I know we mentioned it last time, but like
he's 30.
He dates probably the most profitable D1 athlete too in that girl in Livy Dunn. Livy Dunn. Yes.
What's up, Livy? If you're watching, it's the baseball hippie show, boys.
I will say again, I don't know anything. I just know from social media, but he seems pretty he's not like she seems like social media has gotten her to this popularity, and obviously she's like beautiful or whatever, but he doesn't seem to be like all up in the picture. Like he's just got a mustache. Like the pictures I've seen with him is so funny. He's all just like mustached out with the Bud Light. Basically, it's kind of the vibe I get.
He ain't no
From
Jay
old
Flair,
boy.
that's for sure.
No, he's not Jay Flair. He's not the paintball. He's not like all up in the video. So I give him respect for that. Like he's no frills. He's just eating his chicken Alfredo, kicking back a couple, you know. So
Hey,
yeah,
and you know what I just found out?
that means a lot.
I didn't know this because he went to LSU, but guess where he's from, baby?
Louisiana.
No, Cali. West Coast summer, baby. City boys, we up. I'm telling you, we are fucking back, man. God damn. They're winning, dude. Dubs. Dubs after dubs.
Yeah. The year the Pac-12 gets relinquished is the year that the West Coast takes dubs, ironically. So we'll get into that soon, but I got one other little thing I need to chip away. This wasn't in the mainstream baseball news, but it just rubbed me the wrong way, and I got to bring it up. I brought it up on the chat. I read these headlines. Mike Trout decides to take surgery instead of DH, and like each one, I like read a few of them, and each one got worse. Where it was like they were just slightly insinuating that like he's an asshole because he didn't. He's like he could have got surgery after the season and just been DH, you know. I was like, for what? For fucking what, man? Like, are you fucking kidding me? And like,
Joke
two
franchise,
things.
not a serious
Angels.
franchise.
Even giving him the option is fucking insane to me because of the position you're in mostly, and just even a good ball club would say fuck that, maybe. But the second is how you let that
hell yeah,
leak
for a
is
guy
just
you have under
hella fucking
contract for
crazy.
another fucking however long. When's his contract up? Because like
2030, bro.
yeah, that's what I'm
Reach out.
saying. You're like, you want that dude to live out as much of that contract as he can, or you want to be able to flip him before the contract is up to get it off the books. If he fucking goes out and blows his knee out because you want him to DH all year to get 5th place in the fucking AL West,
Yeah. Yes.
like you're gonna look
Coming
like
from
such
the
a
same-
fucking
yes.
idiot.
Coming from the same team that, like, low-key might have injured Ohtani that second. The reason Ohtani's not pitching this year. Maybe. You know? So just fucking Angels. But I gotta say,
We're
Seattle,
down bad, bro.
we come from a weird place to point the finger. Because it also had me thinking about one guy on the Mariners. Which is this motherfucking Matt Brash scenario. Maybe this is a segue to the Mariners. It's like, why he gets injured in spring training and they like come out like, yeah, he's probably gonna need Tommy John, and it takes them like 3 months of experimenting to be like, yeah, he really is injured. Okay, give him Tommy John. It's just like most franchises are like, he needs Tommy John, maybe give him it tomorrow so that he can start recovering as soon. That's what they did with Ohtani's first Tommy John. I swear to God, it was like, had the doctor, had the second opinion, and immediately went into surgery. I know that's fucked up, but like,
No, that's
every
how it should be. Even if you
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
like-
think you need the surgery, just prepare that shit because it's gonna get hurt again in the future. The dude's not gonna like you don't want them to have to adjust how they're throwing
yeah,
to not injure themselves anymore. You need to fix the injury. Like it's
annoying, man.
that was crazy to me with Matt Brash as well. But I wonder
Yeah.
how much of it is giving like autonomy to the players to kind of dictate their own treatment plans or like have a say in their treatment plans. Because I think you want there to be buy-in on that. Like you want to tell a player like, okay, we're deciding for you that you're getting surgery. So whether
Okay.
it's giving them too much autonomy or putting them in front of doctors who aren't being like direct enough. Because like for me, I'd want a doctor to be like, bro, you know, if you get the Tommy John surgery, you've got like 90% chance of getting back to the pitcher that you were. If you don't get the surgery, you're still the pitcher that you are, but you have however many percent chance of just completely fucking your arm up and missing
Not
twice
being
as
able
much
to hold a
time.
cup. Yeah,
Like, I don't know.
I get that part. Okay, I get that part. It's just like I don't know. It's just my shit is like even if the player has autonomy, it's like he's selfish. It's like it's just a lose lose, man. Just like what? Where's the direction? Where's like the parent? I hate to say it, but like yeah, I think like maybe the brash thing. If he thinks he can pitch, maybe give him some tries. But like really, it's like sometimes you need the boss in something like an organization like sports who's just like, no, you're not playing. You're getting the surgery tomorrow, and like that's how we're doing it. You know, it's like someone's got to man the ship. You know, but
Well, hey, to play devil's advocate, because I totally agree with you guys. I think
don't know.
something's fishy about how they handled that shit. But to play devil's advocate, maybe for pitchers, especially relievers, maybe they have a date in the season where let's say it's May 1st, and they're like, if you get that's the cutoff date to get Tommy John, because then it's a 9-month recovery, and then you'll be back by spring training next year. So maybe they test it out if you get injured before that. But I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know, I don't know. I actually agree with you guys on that point. I think that shit was weird, and I think like Brownbears, I feel like he could get injured more when he was like trying to pitch, or I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe there's a cutoff. They have those days. I mean, the Otani one's a little diff because they knew he could hit, so it's like the sooner he gets that, he can come back. But
My point with getting more injured is like, again, I'm not obviously a doctor, and I don't know anything beyond anecdotal stuff about Tommy John surgery specifically, but to me, it's probably easier to completely fix a damaged tendon than to like have to fix a completely broken tendon. And like, I don't know, like that just seems like smarter to me. Like, okay, let's do the surgery and like fix what's there rather than like, let's do surgery and completely reconstruct your elbow. Like,
interesting. You know what? That reminds me hella of actually the Spencer Strider injury, because I remember they were talking about how they looked at it and they said it, whatever it was, the elbow thing had it fully snapped, and they said they just had to like put something in there. But see, it would be interesting to actually, oh, we get a doctor on the show, goddamn, bro. But I wonder if
yeah, those elbow doctors.
What if there is a world where they're like, actually, you just want to snap that shit, because then you could just fucking put a rubber band in there and just get it like.
That's what they. Yeah. It seems like that's what they do in like a complete torn UCL. They remove the tendon and they drill drill holes into like each like the upper bone and the lower bone, and they put a new artificial tendon in there. I don't know if it's artificial or if it's like, I have to imagine it's some sort of synthetic thing, or maybe it's from a cadaver or something. From your butt, whatever. Yeah, I have a feeling it's more like either from a cadaver or something artificial, but thrown with a dead man's elbow.
Just one of those. They have bungee cords for the car. Yeah.
No, but it's a 12 to 18 month recovery time, so that's why it's
okay. Yeah,
that's why it's whack to me that they wouldn't just
really
like say
what
let's
I said
do it.
Damn. Yeah.
I think there's been some dudes like, I think Otani came back pretty quick from his. I want to say.
Yeah, but you can't compare human beings to Otani.
Well, it also that clearly didn't work for him because he tore it again. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was that, the gambling addiction, and the smog from being in.
Doing a little too much of this.
I thought you were doing the move it Madagascar dance, dude.
Nah, dude, he's playing slots.
He's playing pennies.
Yeah, he's playing slots. I got it.
That's how deep he is, man. That's how deep in the game.
Otani, what are you doing on the casino floor? You got a game in 45 minutes. Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you. Well, anything else weekly roundup before we get into the strange Mariners early season?
I mean, do we want to talk about JP or wait a little bit for the Mariners one?
You can talk about JP.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's just hop right there. Okay, so right off the bat, JP Crawford's coming back from injury, then gets hit with
Hold up.
Hold up, wait a minute, let me put some vision in it.
Mariner segment. Let's go.
Oh, here we go. Put the cans on. 7th inning stretch.
Yeah, this is the segment we call the long strange Mariners trip. They took Louis away from the 7th inning stretch, so we had to bring him back.
Hi. Thank you for tuning into the Baseball Hippy Show. It's just love and baseball.
Goddess? Is that you? So yeah, the good old Mariners are leading the American West. They are about 24-20, give or take a few. And yeah, they are good. Question? Who wants to take that one first? Who wants to? No, I'm serious. Are they good? Is how I want to start this segment off.
Is it hypothetical or?
I mean, good is relative at this time of the season because if we've been hanging between first and second place for a good probably about a month now, and that's good. I will say there's question as to how sustainable certain parts of our team are when they're not performing, most notably the offense, and then I think secondary to that is the bullpen, aka Andres Munoz, because he's like really the only leverage pitcher that we have right now. Like nobody else seems to be able to be counted on.
Does Stanek? No.
Stanek's good, but he's not like
okay. He's not high velocity.
My point here, but there's a reason that Andres Munoz has had multiple 4 and 5 out saves this season because Stanek can't get the job done, or Service doesn't trust Stanek to get the job done. Stanek is good, but there's been enough like issues I think in his game that he can't be used in the same sort of way that like a Matt Brash is. And that's really the biggest issue is that Matt Brash is out for the season, and is it Gregory Santos, the guy we got from Chicago, has been injured. I think he's not due back until like midsummer.
Damn.
He'll be an interesting piece, though, if we're still winning. I will say that. He will be an interesting piece if we're still winning.
It's been working out so far. So if we can, like, I guess the concern is if Munoz somehow gets hurt or loses it, that leaves a huge hole in our game, which is don't allow the team to score more than 2 to 3 runs, and then hopefully our offense, which is also at times suspect, can score at least 3 to 4 runs a game, and we should win most of our games that way. So, but yeah, we're good right now. That's my answer.
It was a yes or no question. Just kidding. Tobe, what's your take? I like all that. I mean, I'm just interested in both. Yeah.
Man, I agree. I agree with Brown Bear. You would love, with our division being so weak right now, you would, for the start of the season, you would love to create some more separation, to sneak some more games in. I guess that's a better phrase, because I don't believe we're looking like a playoff-ready team right now. And to me, I love we're taking first place. This is nice. But to me, the biggest stat that stands out is we have the worst record for any team leading their division in the league. So we're at 24 wins, and the next is 26-27 on the Brewers. So it's tough, man. You don't want to be in that position because even if people talk about you doing good, it's like, well, then you're in the hex of being a weak division, especially if you're not getting up to at least 5 to 10 game zone above 500. That's kind of where I look. I mean, especially if we're looking at the past 2 seasons. I mean, we finished 9 games above 500 last season and didn't make the playoffs. I think it was kind of the same for the seasons before then. It's like you want to be near 10 to 11 games above 500. So we got a big series against Baltimore. You know, I think that's going to be another huge test for us. But yeah, there's still question marks. There's still question marks. I think to me, if we do good in June and July, then we're going to look back at this beginning of the season and be like, damn, that was nice that even with the shaky start, we could still get a little bit of separation. But I think it's still a question. I think that question is answered best with a kind of.
Kind of. Great.
Kind of, we are good.
Well, I'm going to throw out a few positive things. I'm going to throw out some positive because
series wins. Sorry, my bad to cut you off. Series wins, mega dubs. Everybody always talks about that. As long as you keep winning the series, I will give the Mariners that, man. Keep winning series.
That's what you got to do to get in a good position. If we keep winning series, things are going to go our way.
Mm-hmm. At the end of the season,
we have won a lot of series as of late, minus the Twins. But other than that, we've been kicking butt. Yeah, I mean, just throw that in the pile of pluses because Brownbear, I think you pointed out the two weaknesses, which as from the fan base is super obvious. I hope the organizational. Probably it's a little refreshing because it feels like pretty obvious what's bad. Maybe I'm oversimplifying, but the offenses and the strikeouts are just like this constant, it's just the same old there. And then I didn't really think about the bullpen until you brought that up, but let me bring up some positives because I think we got to definitely point to that as we're time stamping this episode. Right now, the starting pitching is beyond electric. We're talking ceiling type shit, right? Almost like this is the shirt points it out the best, man. Do we have we're like trying to just throw out aces, man. I'm kind of loving that aspect of it. I'm with you. It should translate into being at least 10 games over 500. Most teams with that good of starting pitching is gonna win a lot of games. And then the second thing that I think was really good for us, weirdly, is we're not hot. We're just not. We're not that hot. Like, there was a streak where our offense was coming around and we were kind of hot, and then it was all clicking, but that kind of sizzled. And I feel like the Mariners in the last 2 years have just really ridden that momentum. Streaky shit is like what they're all about. They just catch fire and become like just this mediocre team to an outstanding world, like, playoff caliber, just powerhouse. So if we can hit that stride again, that's a real big plus. I guess I'm trying to play. Feel like I'm playing a little spin doctor, but
no, you're making good points. You're making good points.
Yeah. I think we got to bring up Julio too, because I think weirdly it just all starts and ends with this one guy. I hate to do him like that, but at least on the offensive side,
I mean, that's the position the team has put him in. It's the position he wants to be in. It's the position the team puts him in. And honestly, he's not having. He could be. I think he's had worse starts overall. Like last year's start, I think went on poorly a little bit longer than this, but he's had.
Okay.
His issue is his OPS, like not great.
Slugging.
He's not. Yeah,
Slugging.
he's slugging. He's not hitting for power. So that's got to come back to be the dude that we really need him to be. He's got to be hitting for power. I think he's got 2 home runs on the year.
Yeah.
And
five doubles,
yeah, so not doing well.
No triples.
13. Yeah, I know RBIs are an outdated stat, but 13 RBIs on the season for our big hitter is not good.
No.
Stolen bases looking all right.
Yeah, on 173 at bats is not crazy bad.
Yeah, 266. Personally, I would throw this out there. I don't know. I know they don't want to because Josh Rojas is looking nice. I would just put him lead off for a couple games.
He was good lead off. He was.
Well,
a
I
good
think
lead
if
off
Josh
hitter his
Rojas
rookie
is
year.
going to be hitting like he is,
I
he
know,
shouldn't be.
touch him, yeah.
Well, kind of, but I don't think he should be hitting
he
lead
could-
off if he's hitting.
He could be a
Oh,
3-2 hitter.
true.
He's our best
True.
hitter right now.
True. Yeah.
I think you should drop him in the order to third, or
Put Ty
he's-
at second.
he's-
I know that's crazy. Yeah. Or Demo.
Josh Rojas is slugging not on home runs, but he's got a good amount of doubles, triples. So, yeah, put him 2. But yeah, you guys remember he was hot when he was. I mean, if he's not gonna slug in the beginning, it's like just put him lead off, bro. Let him get on and let him steal
yeah,
because he's not really clutch with runners on. So it's like I don't know. And
Okay,
you've seen him in that position before. So
I want to bring up something real. The next question is